Hello again, it's Noob, and I saw this lock and I just had to buy it. It wasn't particularly cheap, but it wasn't particularly expensive, and it does weigh quite a lot. And this is a Maudex, but why did I want it? Well, look at that. It's a full blackout, black shackle, black body, even the black anti-drill, anti-pull plate at the bottom. It's all black, and it just brought out that kind of like tactical part of me, which I try to repress for obvious reasons. But it's got a very strong sort of spring on there. Just the turn on that is really, really powerful. Double ball bearing locking mechanism, well greased up, brand new. And what's strange is down there, that hex screw is actually imperial, not metric. So that threw me for a little bit. The key appears to be, and I haven't opened this up, let's put that down just there, appears to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pin. Now sometimes these are actually pinned to 5 and just have a almost like a little blank cut at the end there. That can happen on some of the cheaper locks, but this one doesn't appear to be too bad from what I can tell. The bitting isn't great. I mean, it's a bit of a sort of a step down bitting. Probably could rake it if you could be bothered, but I don't really like to rake a lot of locks. It doesn't tell you much about it. On here as well, there's no information on the inside. This is the PML 65 apparently, and it does have 5 keys, so there is that. It doesn't say what it's sort of made of, I don't think. It just says that you can use it for like chains and windows and hanging up your radiators, gates and garages. It also says that it's weather resistant and earphone resistant and circular saw resistant and lightning strike resistant, I guess, and I don't know, I'm running out of ideas. Stanley knife and anti-drill. I wish there was a bit more information on this. Genuinely, if I open this up, there was just nothing that came in there, although the box is a bit greasy at the bottom. But yeah, I got nothing. It could be good, it could be terrible. It feels very weighty. But that doesn't mean it's any good, and it does have a little bit of scratching on this nice coating. But the only other thing I'd say is a slightly thinner keyway than a lot of the American lock style locks. This is a 1mm turning tool, and that only just fits in. Normally these take a 1.2 or 50 thousandths of an inch turning tool, but yeah, we'll try and pick the lock like that. And it does have a slight paracentric sort of keyway configuration there, which is not like an American lock per se. It's more like, I don't know, like a quick set lock or something like that. Anyway, let's throw some advice, see if we can pick it and gut it and see what's inside. I hope some security pins or something. So we're in the vise. Here's that key. Pop that in. All seems to work fine. Got a gem in 18 thousandths, and I can actually pick up through that warding, I think, quite well. Rubs a bit, but it's good enough. Top of the keyway turner, 1mm, quite a nice fit. Medium tension, pin 6 at the back here is binding, little click, 5's binding, little click, 4's binding, another little click, 3's binding, 2 into a bit of a full set. Can I get onto pin 1? Might need to just swap over to an 18 thousandth medium hook just to try and get onto that pin. Don't want to pick my turning tool. I think I'm getting some counter rotation on pin 1 here. Yeah, I am. So there's pin 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I've got it. Keep my finger on there so I don't lose tension. And we're open. Yeah, that's not great, is it? That could be better, but I've never gutted this, so... Oh, that's a bit stiff. That's really stiff. Okay, probably just got some thread locker on there or something like that. I imagine a lot of these locks do. Come on. Get out of there. Doesn't want to seem to come out. Oh, there it is. Any thread lock on there? Not that I can tell. Maybe just screwed in really tight. Okay. Oh, don't be difficult. See if I can get this plate off without scratching the nice black coating on it. Doesn't want to separate. I might have to go in with a pokey bit and poke the screw bit out if I can. Oh, it does come out, but it's really sort of tight in there, like it's been painted over. You see that? There, we've got it. Then the faceplate seems standard, and then that little plug. What I'll do is, you can see it's all open there, so I'll just lock it back up for now, and then see if I can withdraw it. Seems all right. Okay, nothing too weird or obscure there, so we'll just leave that there. That's very, very tight. I don't think I'll be able to use my my goat wrench on that one, so I'm going to try and just get it with one of these. And it's like an E-clip style, which are always a pain. Let's see if I can get that up. I hope I don't have to do a cutaway. I might have to do a cutaway and then come back with me having taken this off, which is a pain, so I like continuity, but I don't think it's a very high security lock, so you might have to forgive me for this one. Well, that was awful. Look how thick this circlip is compared to how thin that neck is. I just used well, a tool to basically just jam in like this, and then use the other side of the gut wrench to basically just pull off the clip like that. So hopefully we'll be able to get in there now. Let's just remove that. I'm going to use the key to gut this, I think, and there's no guarantee it's not skeletonized on the inside, so let's be extra safe and use a shim. Skeletonized, by the way, means that the sort of ribs cut in here to reduce the amount of brass that's been used, which cuts down on costs, but makes for a somewhat exciting gutting process. So let's just hope that this works. Seems to be all right, and it's not skeletonized, so that's the thing. And it is 6 pins, which is what I felt, but I've been deceived before. And these all appear to be, so it's nothing like an American Lock 1100 or Federal 90A or anything like that. These are all completely standard key pins, which is a bit of a shame. So, yep, really nothing exciting happening there at all. Looking at that plug, nothing exciting happening there at all. Is that key slightly bent? It is, isn't it? I can see that we have some slight, in fact I'd say it's slightly twisted. What are the other ones like? Oh, that's not good. These are made of a very soft brass or something. Yeah, they bend. That's not good, is it? If I can just bend a key, and this is not even thin at that point, that's not good, is it? I wasn't expecting that. It's only because one of them was a bit twisted. I thought, oh, I wonder. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. But must be pretty low quality materials using this, despite it looking all right. Maybe it's not a very good quality lock. So, we have some little spools in here. So that's something, I guess. Not that they came into play when I was picking. Not really. Felt like all standard pins, but all of these are spools. So I suppose that's saying maybe it's just the bitting. I don't know. The bitting's quite high, so that it probably means that. No, that means they have to be pushed up. So they should have come into play. I just didn't feel them. Okay, well, yeah, that's where we're at. Very average. it's okay, I'd say. It's got just standard key pins and all spool driver pins. But that's good, I guess, but not if you don't feel them in the lock when you're picking them. Couldn't feel any counter rotation, anything really happening. So not the worst lock I've ever picked, but a bit disappointed because, you know, it kind of looks really cool in that all black finish, but looks can be deceiving. All right, well, look, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do so. For more content like this, smash that notification bell to be next notified when I upload content. If you have any comments, leave them down below. I do read them all and reply to as many as I can. Otherwise, stay safe, happy picking, and I'll see you all next time.